your diet consists of coffee, top ramen, pizza, and anything free, you might be a college student. It's no surprise that college students don't have the best eating habits, but what might be a surprise is how big of a negative impact that has on them. I know I have also struggled to stay healthy and eat right since I have been in college, but it's very beneficial if you can. Due to newfound freedom and getting to choose when and what you eat and not having mom around to help you make those decisions, it can be difficult to stay on track and make healthy choices, as well as social events and busy schedules can get in the way. Although through the research I have done, as well as personal experience being a student myself, I have found three main reasons that a poor diet in college can have a very negative impact on students. The first one is that it affects academic performance, it affects physical health and mental health. Alright, the first thing I would like to discuss is the effect on academic performance. In a long-term study done by 6 doctors for the National Library of Medicine done in 2018, it showed a direct correlation to students who consumed a well-balanced diet, which they described in this study as 3 meals a day, meeting the MyPlate nutrition adequacy standards. Also, with limited to no fast food, they received higher grades in school than those who did not meet those standards. They found that this is mostly due to the fact that fueling your body with proper nutrients allows for increased cognitive function. I won't go too deep into the biological reasoning of why this happens. I'm not a doctor or a biologist, but from the research I've done, I found that this is mostly due to the fact that eating a diet high in sugar and saturated fats puts a lot of inflammation into your body, and this essentially causes a brain fog that I'm sure most of us are familiar with. Alright, the next thing that I would like to discuss is the physical effects of poor nutrition. Students with poor eating habits get sick a lot more. These sicknesses can be frequent short-term illnesses or also chronic diseases as well. This has an impact on academic performance since when you're sick, it makes it a lot harder for you to attend class. I know this has been the case for me personally. I have an immune system issue and I get sick quite a lot, and it does make it really difficult to go to class and then to be successful in your classes. Registered dietitian Eleanor Noss, in a textbook titled Understanding Nutrition, stated that good nutrition is essential for a strong immune system. For example, vitamin C, it supports the immune system by stimulating the formation of antibodies. And vitamin A helps regulate the immune system and protect against infections, and this is by keeping the skin and tissues in the mouth, stomach, intestines, and respiratory system healthy. The college student diet typically fails to include these macronutrients, and these are important in fighting infections and diseases. In fact, in a study done by the NCBI, they found that out of 1,000 college students, 85% did not meet the USDA fruit and vegetable recommendations. Poor diet in students also leads to chronic diseases such as obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease, and even some cancers. Right. Nutrition can also have a big impact on mental health. And this is in multiple ways. A study done by Cornell University found that about 70% of students gained weight by the time they graduated. This weight gain can cause severe self-confidence issues. It can lead to eating disorders in students. And then depression is another main way that nutrition affects mental health. In a Harvard study done by Dr. Monique Tello, she stated that a dietary pattern of a high intake of fruit, vegetables, whole grains, fish, olive oil, low-fat dairy, and antioxidants, and low intakes of animal foods was associated with a decreased risk of depression. Students struggling with depression will have a very difficult time succeeding in school. It'll make it really difficult for them to come to class and be motivated to do work. So it's important for students to do what they can to combat these depressive symptoms, and nutrition is one way that they can do that. As can be seen by the research that I presented to you, failure of students to prioritize nutrition has a negative effect in many areas of their life, all of which affect academic success. Poor physical and mental health lead to difficulty with class attendance. Poor nutrition in general reduces cognitive function, making it difficult to focus. And as can be seen, nutrition has a great impact on the success of students, and I think it should be prioritized a lot more than it is currently.